Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is Deadly Skills bonus, I guess. This is just an extra video to go over some of the things that in my first episode I didn't go over, and some things you'll need for future episodes. So, it's going to be really unprofessional, and I'm just going to chill. Clearly, I'm in civilian clothes. I'm going to go over my kit, some basic pistol CQB, because I only did rifle in the first episode, and some other tips and tricks and other little knickknacks that will help you along your journey in the tactical world. Let's get straight into it. I'm not even going to edit this because I am just going to chill and lay back. First thing you're going to want to buy is a good set of base clothes. Now, honestly, you can buy anything on Amazon. Amazon works. So this is just a simple tactical shirt, some arm patches, some armband. It's nice, stretchy, nice elastic-y polyester. These are nice, waterproof. And also, additionally, in this hat is there space for elbow pads and all that kind of stuff. So that's great. Just buy one of these. I think I got this one for like 40 bucks. You can get them for cheaper though. Honestly, you can also buy a set. I would recommend doing that. Buy this and the pants in the set, because usually it's cheaper and quality doesn't really vary. I find it's the same quality. So, moving on to the pants. Now, honestly, my tactical pants are tiny on me, and honestly, I gave them to a secondhand surplus store not so long ago. My cats are sitting on my junk. Oh my goodness. Alrighty. So honestly, just a good pair of pants. These are good cargo pants. They're decent. I think I bought them at a Walmart. It's whatever. It's a good pair of pants. But I would recommend getting tactical pants, lots of pockets usually, there's knee pads usually, get some of those. Okay, moving on, that's just the base layer. So moving on, we have your plate carrier. If you're gonna wear one, you can also use chest rig. I personally would prefer plate carrier. This is a really good plate carrier. I think I got this one also on Amazon. You don't need to buy things from expensive surplus stores, guys. Honestly, this one, it carries plates perfectly. It can withstand really nice, really heavy, thick plates. It's honestly quite durable. I've never had an issue with it. And I think this one was only like 40 bucks. So, going around, you're gonna see this is a very bare bones plate here. And that's for a very specific reason. My role, most of the time, doesn't have a specific use. And if I'm doing a specific use, my gear looks completely different. If I'm a sniper, I'm not even wearing any of this. I'm wearing a ghillie suit, and that's it. That's all you need if you're a sniper. If you're a demo technician, you're not gonna want a big plate carrier. You're gonna want a chest rig and a whole bunch of stuff. Personally, just a good all-around multi-purpose roll. Get a plate carrier. This is a heavier one with bigger straps, bigger sides, less ventilation. However, in the long run, that's going to help you. It's going to offer more protection. So, going on, I have one of these. You can get this. This is also on Amazon. This is sold separately, though. Basically, it's just a little storage device for your phone. I put a little piece of string here so it doesn't pull down all the way. Perfect. Because then when you're wearing this, you're going to have this and you're going to look down, like so. You're going to have your phone. You're going to twiddle. And especially if you have the drone, which I'll go over in a minute, that's going to be very helpful. Additionally, some mag pouches, just a triple mag pouch, standard M4 AR mag pouches. Now, if you want, you can put other stuff on here. Honestly, if you want, shift this mag pouch to the left or the right, put another mag pouch to the right or the left, either pistol, or do one pistol on each side. I've seen people do that, it's great. Frag pouches also work. If you're not going to want this and you just have like a phone protector that you can just flip this out or a little thing, that also works too. However, personally, this is just what I run. It's simple, it's bare bones, and honestly, a whole bunch of gear is just going to get heavy and unbearable. It's going to be hard to work in, it's going to be hard to be tactical and deadly in. Just don't do it. So that's that. Alright, moving on, we have the battle belt and holster. Now, personally, I prefer a drop leg holster. Most people carry hip holsters, which just go on your hip, hence the name. However, drop leg is a completely different style. So, this is my battle belt. I'm going to disconnect my holster. Battle belt is literally just a very thick, really high quality belt. Now, this one I believe I found on Amazon. Probably like $30, I think it was 20 or 30. It's not too expensive. This one was actually a hand-me-down from my father, so it's very old. But it's in great condition, it works super well. This was issued by the military. It is mil-spec, so that's nice. This little thing here, this is what's going to attach your drop leg holster. If you have a hip holster, you're not going to have one of these. You're just going to have the holster on this. Additionally, I would recommend having a mag, or not a mag pouch, but a knife pouch. Because, okay, there's people out there that carry their knives on their chest. That's fine. However, I just think that that's going to be really easy to lose. The amount of times where I've had things fall off my plate carrier, not because they're low quality, but because I just crashed into a tree at a billion miles an hour, running away from somebody with a gun, and I just go, oh, and I don't realize, and then I go home and I unpack my gear 4 hours later, and I go, oh God. And I have to go back and truck through the woods and find it. It's horrible, it takes hours, it's painful. So honestly, don't do that, because a lot of y'all's knives are expensive. This one here is like $200. This little knife that I got It's honestly a really high quality knife. It's an American, let's see here, American Texas, 1836. This is a great one. I don't even know if you can buy this anymore. I believe it's a 4-inch blade. Pretty good. It is really sharp. It's really great. It's a wooden and epoxy handle here. And yes, it has a safety. So you got to push on this back little button. So that way you're not flipping all around. It does lock into place magnetically. So that is quite nice. Along with a knife holder. Great, simple. Gotta have a knife. Doesn't have to be a big knife. You don't have to carry around those big combats. Like you can if you want, but you really don't need to. Moving on to a holster. So again, I use a drop leg holster. Let me just take my prop gun. Look at this. I didn't even realize this was in here. Now, this one I also got on Amazon. It comes with the little adapter for this. But basically, this is just the base belt here. So as you're going to see, this attaches to the adapter that goes on your battle belt. So it's going to attach to your hip like this. Or not your hip, but your leg. It's going to sit down here. And you're going to have these little things that will wrap around and connect. And it'll just hold it there nice and snugly. Additionally, there is a mag thing over here. And technically, this can be multi-purpose, hence the little middle strap. Usually, you don't see middle straps. Usually, it's attached to the back. It's not. Because you can just push this to the side and put another thing in here. You don't necessarily need to do that, though. I just use it for my pouch. It fits most guns. It fits Glocks, 1911s, all those. I think the only thing I've never seen it fit is a revolver. I think it'll fit most 9mm and most 45s. All of those should work in this holster. Again, Amazon. I believe this one was $40. It's really high quality, honestly. It's laced with Kevlar, actually. So there is a layer of Kevlar in here, which means that this thing is tough. I can chuck this thing in the river, find it 4 weeks later, and it'll be brand new. Now is a bag. Now, okay, bags. Let's talk about them. They're very helpful, right? And depending on your role, you're going to want a different type of bag. I don't even know what this type of bag is called. I don't even know where to get this. This was given to me by my grandfather. And, well, patches on it and other stuff. But it's very simple, very great. This one, I believe I found on Amazon. It was about $80. So it's a little bit more pricey. So that's nice. You want something that has a back that looks like this. Because this is very good for a plate carrier. Most of them have weird crisscrosses and patterns that say breathability, which is great if you're not wearing a big, heavy plate carrier. The big, heavy plate carrier stores moisture if you're not wearing a buffer. A buffer is just this mesh that goes in between your outer layer and your inner layer, and that provides a lot more breathable room. Buy one, look them up. There's other guys that do videos on them. I don't have one personally. I've never had the need for one. I've never needed it, so whatever. So yeah, you're gonna want these big breathable spaces. That's great. You want the padded straps because again, this is heavy. These get very heavy. This one alone, that has just a small amount of gear. This isn't even all my gear. Most of the gear's on the couch behind you guys. This is literally about 15 pounds. Oh my goodness, I gotta put that down. It is quite heavy. And so that's gonna put a lot of strain on your shoulders. So if there's no padding on that, you're just gonna die. Honestly, for attachments-wise, there's a whole bunch of things you can do. Now, me, I have a medkit on this side. I have a pouch with radios on this side. Some extra little knickknacks. I have an emergency camo blanket in here. Simple things. I'll go over the gear in a minute. But for now, we're just going to stick with the basics. Now, honestly, if you're somebody who's carrying multiple primaries, if you're a multi-purpose role that needs a breaching shotgun, you need an SMG, you need a long-range rifle, this bag's great for it. It has two double straps on the sides here that allow for really easy rifles. It holds them really well. It's great. They're heavy, but whatever. Personally, I never needed more than one primary. I have a primary, a secondary, and maybe a backup in my bag or on my vest. That's all I've ever needed, so whatever. So right now, again, patch, medkit. Medkit's very small. This one you can find on Amazon. Most of these things come from Amazon because it's Amazon. Alright, so that last but not least, we have the boots. Good pair of combats. Boots will save your damn life. Because if you're running cheap Temu boots, those you're going to get blisters. They're not going to be comfortable. They're going to be non-breathable. They're going to be heavy and cold. They're going to be icy. They're going to get wet. They're not waterproof. These are good ones. These are expensive. I think they're about $180 or $190 at most military surpluses. These ones were actually issued to me by cadets. So these are the cadet boots. I forgot what these are called. But I know that these are at most surplus stores. They're really good, really cheap. They're breathable. They are waterproof. They're real leather. You can also get SWAT combats. Literally any good combat boot. Get somebody at the store that you go to help you. They will help you. They will find out the perfect boot, what environment you're working in, all those things. They'll help. They're great. Amazing. Okay, one more thing just before we top it off. A cap. A cap is amazing. They will protect your head in the sun. Now, if you're saying, well, what happens to the helmet? You don't always need to wear a helmet. Helmets are heavy and bulky. So unless you're being like sprayed with a machine gun, you don't need a helmet. Personally, I don't run a helmet very often unless I'm running NVGs, which I think I've done 3 times in my life. I don't do it often. I don't even own a set for myself, which is probably part of the issue. But again, it's an unnecessary tool. So unless you're one of those guys that's like hardcore, you're just running, you're running like 48-hour operation, boom, 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 you're not gonna need the helmet. Cap, it works great. This is from Under Armour, maybe $3. Great. There. That's the basic gear, and let me put it on real quick just to show you how it works. Alrighty guys, full tactical gear. Pretty good, right? I also do have gloves. I'm not gonna use them though. Honestly, gloves, they're an unnecessary luxury. Unless you're working in a cold or really like harsh environment, you won't need these. It's honestly gonna cause more sweat and things. You do want an undermesh. I'm not wearing one right now because I don't need one, but when you are out in the open, get an undermesh from Amazon. It's gonna breathe and it's gonna be great. Alright, as you can see, I'm wearing a fair amount of gear. Now this isn't a plate, but let alone this gear, it's probably about 15 pounds. With the bag, is probably 15 or 20 pounds. So, that's gonna set that. So, once you got that, you're gonna put your gun in your holster, you're gonna grab your sling, you're gonna mount it, blah, 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 blah. By the time you have all your stuff on, all your gear on, it's gonna weigh a lot more. It's gonna weigh about 30 pounds with plates, most likely more. I've ran with plates that are, like, I can't even run. I'm just like, ugh. Like, I'm pushing and I'm basically walking. Like, it's so heavy. So unless you're a big, bulky dude, which I'm obviously not, I'm very skinny. So, you know that's the case. Just a few other little tips and tricks before we get into the gear part is IR patches. These are really great if you're using night vision. I have a Canadian one because I'm Canadian. You can get all kinds for different countries. Basically, all that's going to let you see is that if you're using an infrared goggle, so that's most NVGs, you're going to be able to see that, and you're going to point out, and you're going to say, hey, there's a guy over there. And if you're playing against a team that's not using NVGs, and you're using them in a tactical standpoint, then you're going to go, that guy has an IR patch, he's friendly, don't shoot that guy. It's going to be a lot easier. Now, if you're playing against somebody with NVGs, don't wear this. This is a beacon. Get rid of this. It's a beacon, it's going to light you up, and it's going to tell the enemy, there's a guy, pop, they're dead. Basically, yeah. So that's the gear, guys. We'll get into the actual stuff you put in your bag in just 2 more moments. Okay, you guys, we're in it now. We're going to go over just some of the basic gear. So if I bring my bag over here, on the outside, you're going to just see the basics. Again, emergency count blanket, med kit, and in here we have some walkies. So if I can get these out. These are pretty good quality walkie-talkies. I believe I got these as a gift. They were probably about $50. They're really good. They have I think the range is about 1 kilometer. So that's pretty good. If you're just getting into it, you need basics. But great. Hello, cat. Wow, thanks for interrupting. Is you okay though? Okay. Anyways, so that's that. Now, oh my goodness, do you want outside? Come on. I'm so sorry, guys. Come on. There you go. Outside. That's what you wanted. So getting into the main pouch here, we're just going to see some of the basics. So for that is a canteen. You can carry this on your battle belt. I usually do, but it's unnecessary, especially with a plate carrier. It gets really bulky. Food. So as you can see here, this is main meals and desserts for me. This is about a week's worth of food I'm about to pull out. Here's a meal kit. So this has all the stuff you need. So that's drink pouches, forks, knives, other food and snacks, just basic items. Now, here we go. This is very important. This is a camera, a charger, batteries, range enhancers, microchips, things that are technology that you don't want wet, put them in a container, that are very, very helpful if you're in an urban setting. Most of the time, you might be wanting to document something. Like you come across like a war crime, photograph that, send it to somebody. The regional people need it for everything. Now, I don't think I have anything in these pouches. I'm just gonna make sure real quick. It's been a while. Okay, I have a wire saw in there, but you guys don't even see that, right? Don't demonetize me, YouTube. Now, getting into it, we have this. I know, Rogers, guys, I'm carrying a TV. No, actually, this is a drone. The reason that it's in a Rogers box is this is all that would fit in, and I'm not putting a loose drone in my bag. Honestly, it's a really good drone. It's cheap. It's about $80 at Costco. So, good controller, basic. Oh my goodness. You can carry this in a pouch on your person at all times. And then this drone. Now, this drone is really quick to deploy, relatively. Like, it's not one of those ones, These are the ones that like launch off your back and they go in like 2 seconds. Yeah, that's not that. You do have to take it, place it down, turn it on, launch it up. Additionally, it does have a camera on the front here, so that's very nice. You can connect it to your phone. So like on my plate carrier, as you saw earlier, there's the chest mount. When that is down, you can look like this, and you can control the drone while looking at that. You can see what the drone's seeing and fly all around. This drone, as I said, was $80. This is the ACS 2080 or 2800. It's a pretty good micro drone for a budget option. There are some downsides though. So relatively, it is very maneuverable, but it's not going to be able to do like acrobatics in a really good environment. So if you're a great drone pilot, don't buy this. This is a great budget option. Additionally, it is light, so if you're at night and somebody's going to hear the buzzing, because drones are loud usually, unless you have a really expensive one that's quiet. So that's going to be flying around. Like if you hear a drone, you're going to be, where the flip is that drone? Especially in this day where there's like bomb drone stuff, and they're going to see the lights and they're going to go pop, 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 and this drone's going to be dead. That's $80, your money wasted, and additionally, they know that you're coming. So that's always the downside. However, if this is just for recon, like during the day, it does make a difference. On the outside, this is not a ball camera. So a ball camera is basically like a ball. It moves in 360 degrees. It can see everywhere. That means that you can hover the drone like this, and it can see behind it, in front of it, side to side, left and right, all around in a 360 degree motion, which is very, very helpful. However, due to this being a stationary camera that only goes up and down, like that, that means that you're going to have to turn the drone left and right to be able to see. You still have that 360 degrees of motion all the way around. It just means that you're going to have to do a little bit more angling and approaching to see your target, which might take longer, which is then longer that could hurt somebody or make it mission loss. Moving on, basic things, duct tape and electrical tape. This is so helpful. The amount of times I needed duct tape to tape something to fix my gear quickly is great. Electrical tape, drone, that might go down. Your radios, that might go down. Your camera might go down. This will help you. You do not want to use duct tape on electrical things. This will not insulate it. This is made out of very, very high quality rubber. It will insulate it. Again, pretty good. Another thing is if you're using something that isn't like an SMG, you want a rifle scope. You definitely do, unless you're in like CQB, for the reason that even though you might not be using at most of the time, you don't have a big optic, you might have like a 2x, 4x. I would say add a 4x stop. Otherwise, you can just put this on your gun. This is a 3 to 9 times basic scope. I got this one on Amazon for like $49.99. Honestly, great scope. It's high quality. It's great. It's got a sun cap. All kinds of things. Buy this one. So yeah. So yeah, 3 to 9 times. It's relatively high quality. I have it wrapped in some gun tape. It's got quick mounts, so you don't need an Allen key or anything to open this. You can just, these little wheels, blah, 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 seal it on. And it goes on really quick. Like, I can get this on in under a minute. So if you need to hit target at range quickly, pop this bad boy on, pop, 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 take it off, and you're back to running and gunning. Like gun ho, you know? Okay, moving on. Calculator. This will come in handy to calculate all kinds of things. Whether it's you're at the base and you need to count your men, if you are in command a whole bunch, count your gear, count your money, whatever, this is helpful. Again, if you're also in logistics, like let's say you're a radio operator, you have a big ass radio on your back, or you have radios in your pocket, and you're communicating with command, and you need support here and here, or you need to call in artillery somewhere. This is great to calculate that distance. This is a really small one from Walmart. It's honestly plastic, but you don't need anything high quality. It's not worth it. Okay, as I said earlier, gloves, and additionally, a whole bunch of hex keys, L key sets. This one has 13. And honestly, you're not going to need more than this. This is simple, it's small, you can fit in your bag. Additionally, a whole bunch of other tools that are helpful. Screwdrivers, literally any screwdriver will help you in any scenario. More knives, I do have the one, but sometimes I might need a bigger one. Wrenches, all kinds of things, especially if you're some kind of like technician. You're going to want to carry a lot more gear than this. Medic, you probably won't need it, so I would recommend replacing that with medical gear. Again, this is just basic gear to go over if you're just the average Joe or rifleman. However, if you're a specialty role, focus on that. Don't take my advice in this video. This is just for the people. They don't have a specialty. They don't know what they're doing yet. They just want to get into it. They want to know what gear they need to buy. Just start off basic as a rifleman, as a grunt. That's it for this video, guys. I did say at the start that I'd be teaching a little bit of pistol CQB. I just realized I have something to do, so I can't do that in this video. That will have a whole standalone video, so I hope that's worth it. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one, and bye.